The Golden State Warriors are bracing for a pivotal stretch of the season as they navigate a challenging period marked by injuries and the need to regain their offensive rhythm. One of the most closely watched developments involves Jonathan Kaminga, the versatile forward who has been sidelined for the past 7 games. After participating in a scrimmage with the Warriors' G League affiliate, Kaminga is now setting his sights on returning to the court for Saturday's home matchup against the New Orleans Pelicans. The young forward's absence has been felt by the team, as Golden State has struggled to find consistent scoring without one of their emerging talents contributing at full strength. Kaminga's injury, officially listed as bilateral knee tendonitis, initially seemed minor, with early reports suggesting he might only miss a day or 2. However, lingering soreness kept him off the floor for over 2 weeks, forcing head coach Steve Kerr and his staff to adjust rotations and rely on other players to fill the gaps. Prior to this setback, Kaminga had started the first 12 games of the season, displaying enough skill and energy to earn public praise from Kerr. The coach even noted that the fifth-year forward had solidified his place in the starting lineup, highlighting his potential as a consistent contributor on both ends of the court. Yet, as the season progressed into early November, inconsistencies in Kaminga's production coincided with the team's broader struggles, leading to a shift in his role to the second unit during his last healthy appearance against the San Antonio Spurs on November 12th. The Warriors' current challenges extend beyond Kaminga's absence. Star guard Stephen Curry suffered a right quad contusion during the fourth quarter of Wednesday's narrow defeat to the Houston Rockets, adding further uncertainty to Golden State's lineup. The injury occurred in a sequence of high-intensity plays, with Curry first being called for a blocking foul on Amen Thompson before attempting a driving layup and receiving a charge call. Curry, who exited the game with just over 35 seconds remaining, will undergo an MRI to determine the severity of the injury and the potential timeline for his return. Coach Kerr expressed cautious optimism, noting that while a quad injury is serious, it is preferable to more complicated issues like ankle or knee problems. With Curry's status unclear, the Warriors face an uphill battle in finding offensive consistency. Their current offensive rating ranks 22nd in the NBA, with a number of struggling teams trailing them despite being significantly below .500. Even with Curry on the floor, Golden State has encountered difficulty generating the scoring punch required to compete with elite teams. The combination of injuries and inconsistent offensive output has forced Kerr to consider adjustments not only in rotations, but in overall strategy, as the team seeks to maintain competitiveness in a league where margins are razor-thin and momentum can shift quickly from game to game. As Kaminga targets a return this Saturday, the Warriors will have to carefully evaluate how to integrate him back into the lineup. His presence brings versatility and athleticism, offering a potential spark to a team needing both scoring and energy. Yet, the coaching staff must balance his minutes and responsibilities with the realities of a compressed schedule and the lingering uncertainty surrounding Curry's availability. The fifth-year forward has demonstrated the ability to impact games in multiple ways, whether attacking the rim, finishing in transition, or defending multiple positions. But his reintegration will require careful planning to ensure both his health and the team's overall effectiveness. Golden State's situation highlights the delicate balance between talent, health, and team chemistry. Even with Curry and Kaminga healthy, the team's offensive struggles suggest that individual talent alone cannot carry a squad without cohesion and strategic execution. Players must adjust to changing roles, while the coaching staff needs to identify lineups capable of generating efficient scoring opportunities against increasingly sophisticated defenses. In this context, every game matters, as each contest represents not only a chance to improve standings, but also an opportunity to refine rotations, develop younger players, and build resilience that can carry into the postseason. Kaminga's return will undoubtedly be a storyline to watch, as his skill set offers a glimpse into the Warriors' potential when their key contributors are on the floor together. His athleticism, ability to attack off the dribble, and defensive versatility make him a valuable asset in a lineup that relies heavily on transition opportunities and spacing. At the same time, Curry's status looms over the team, as the two-time NBA Most Valuable Player continues to lead the league in three-point production while serving as the centerpiece of Golden State's offense. Managing the minutes and responsibilities of both players will require careful coordination, particularly in high-stakes matchups where every possession can influence the outcome. The Warriors' path forward is emblematic of the challenges faced by contending teams navigating the rigors of an NBA season. Injuries, inconsistent production, and the need for strategic adjustments converge in ways that test both players and coaches. Each matchup becomes a microcosm of the team's broader objectives, balancing individual performance with collective cohesion, maintaining energy and focus, and finding solutions in the face of adversity. With Saturday's game approaching, the return of Kaminga may provide a critical boost, potentially injecting the offense with renewed energy and offering additional options for Kerr to deploy in a game that could set the tone for the next stretch of contests. Meanwhile, the league continues to watch Golden State's situation closely, noting the interplay between player health, rotations, and overall team performance. Curry's enduring excellence remains a cornerstone of the Warriors' identity, yet even the greatest players cannot carry a team alone. The addition of Kaminga back into the rotation will allow the coaching staff to experiment with lineups that maximize spacing and versatility, potentially unlocking new opportunities on both ends of the court. As fans anticipate his return, attention will also focus on how other players step up in response to temporary absences and how Kerr adapts his strategy to a dynamic and evolving situation. In many ways, the Warriors' current scenario underscores the unpredictability of professional basketball, where injuries, performance streaks, and tactical adjustments all converge to shape a team's trajectory. The combination of Kaminga's potential return and Curry's uncertain status creates a narrative rich with possibility, offering both challenges and opportunities. Fans, analysts, and players alike will be watching closely, eager to see how Golden State navigates this critical juncture. The team's ability to respond with resilience, adjust rotations effectively, and capitalize on the skill sets of returning players may well define their fortunes in the coming weeks, highlighting the importance of depth, preparation, and adaptability in the pursuit of success at the highest level. As the Warriors look ahead, the balance between player health and performance takes center stage. The uncertainty surrounding Stephen Curry's availability adds another layer of complexity to Golden State's immediate plans. Curry, who at 37 years old continues to defy age with his precision shooting and scoring ability, has been a consistent driving force for the team's offense, averaging 27.9 points per game, along with 4 assists and nearly 4 rebounds through 16 contests. His impact goes beyond mere numbers, as his presence on the floor shapes defensive strategies and opens opportunities for teammates. Opposing teams must account for Curry on every possession, and his absence would require Golden State to rediscover ways to generate offense while maintaining efficiency and cohesion. Kaminga's return, meanwhile, provides a welcome infusion of athleticism and versatility. The forward's ability to play multiple positions, combined with his length and agility, allows the Warriors to experiment with lineups that can stretch defenses, defend opposing wings, and create mismatches in transition. His development over the past seasons has been carefully monitored, with coaching staff emphasizing both skill refinement and physical resilience. The team's medical staff will likely manage his minutes carefully, ensuring that he regains his rhythm without risking a recurrence of his knee tendonitis. For a team navigating both injuries and inconsistent performance, the timing of Kaminga's return could not be more critical. Golden State's offensive struggles have been a recurring storyline in recent weeks. Ranking 22nd in the league in offensive efficiency, the team has often relied on individual brilliance rather than systematic execution to generate points. Even with Curry on the floor, the Warriors have occasionally faltered in sustaining momentum through half-court sets or exploiting defensive rotations. The reintroduction of Kaminga provides an additional scoring option, particularly in transition and spot-up situations, potentially alleviating pressure from other players and creating a more balanced defensive attack. Kerr's challenge will be to integrate these pieces effectively, balancing the contributions of returning stars with the performance of other role players who have stepped up in recent games. The interplay between Curry and Kaminga extends beyond scoring. Both players offer defensive potential, although in different ways. Curry's defensive impact has often been underrated, relying on anticipation and positioning rather than pure athleticism, whereas Kaminga's length and mobility make him a natural disruptor on the perimeter. Combining these attributes could allow the Warriors to apply more aggressive defensive schemes, creating turnovers and fast break opportunities that align with Golden State's preferred style of play. With both players on the floor together, Kerr has the flexibility to deploy lineups capable of adapting to the strengths and weaknesses of opponents, particularly in the high-stakes matchups that define the regular season. The challenges facing the Warriors highlight the broader realities of an NBA season where even elite teams must navigate periods of adversity. Injuries, role adjustments, and fluctuating performances create a dynamic environment that tests the resilience and adaptability of players and coaching staff alike. For Golden State, this stretch of games will not only determine short-term success, but also provide critical insights into roster depth, lineup versatility, and the ability of younger players to step into more prominent roles. Kaminga's performance upon his return will serve as an important benchmark for the team's development, offering a glimpse of what the Warriors can accomplish when health and execution align. While Curry's situation remains uncertain, the team must prepare for all scenarios. Whether he returns immediately or requires a period of rest, other players will need to assume greater responsibility in scoring, facilitating, and maintaining defensive intensity. Veterans and emerging talents alike will be called upon to elevate their contributions, with the coaching staff adjusting rotations, matchups, and strategies accordingly. This environment places a premium on versatility, basketball IQ, and the ability to perform under pressure, qualities that the Warriors have long cultivated but now face testing in real-time circumstances. Golden State's fans have come to expect excellence, but the reality of an NBA season is that consistency is often interrupted by injury, fatigue, and the unpredictability of competition. The team's ability to respond effectively will hinge on a combination of preparation, in-game adjustments, and individual determination. As Kaminga steps back onto the court, his presence may reinvigorate the squad, but it will also require seamless integration with Curry, other starters, and role players to create cohesion and offensive fluidity. The coaching staff will need to identify optimal combinations of players that maximize strengths while mitigating vulnerabilities, a challenge that grows more complex with each new variable in play. Even beyond the immediate implications, the Warriors' current scenario reflects broader themes of professional basketball: the necessity of depth, the importance of player development, and the impact of injuries on team identity. Successful teams often distinguish themselves not only by talent, but by resilience, the ability to adjust to changing circumstances, and the capacity to sustain performance despite setbacks. Golden State's navigation of Curry's quad injury and Kaminga's return will provide valuable insight into the team's adaptability and the leadership of key players. These dynamics extend to every aspect of the game, from rotations and offensive schemes to defensive communication and energy management. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. The whispers around the Bay Area, and now echoing across the entire league, are rapidly escalating into a deafening roar. In a development that has sent absolute shockwaves through the basketball world, sources close to the Golden State Warriors organization suggest that Stephen Curry, the face of the franchise and arguably the greatest shooter the game has ever seen, is seriously contemplating a departure. This isn't just standard off-season chatter. The feeling among league insiders is that Curry is making a decisive move that could fundamentally alter the future trajectory of the Warriors dynasty. The four-time champion has always seemed inextricably linked to the franchise he helped build into a perennial powerhouse. The idea of him playing in a different jersey seemed, until very recently, like pure fantasy. Yet, according to high-level chatter in executive circles, Curry's current mindset is one of profound reflection, leading him to a decision that has reportedly rocked the core of the Warriors brass. What prompted this seismic shift remains the subject of intense speculation. Is it a growing sense that the championship window has finally closed in Golden State? Are there internal disagreements about the team's long-term strategy and direction? Or is it simply the desire for a final, new challenge in the twilight of his legendary career? Whatever the catalyst, the noise is too loud to ignore. The implications are staggering. Curry's departure wouldn't just be a trade. It would be the end of an era comparable in magnitude to Michael Jordan's final exit from the Bulls. Teams are, predictably, already lining up, formulating hypothetical packages that would require the dismantling of their own rosters. The common sentiment among rival general managers is, you have to pay whatever it takes for a chance at greatness. For the Warriors faithful, the news is a gut punch. The man who popularized Splash and inspired millions is now reportedly leaning towards stepping away. The front office is believed to be engaged in frantic, last-ditch efforts to persuade their superstar to remain. Yet the belief is that Curry's mind is all but made up. This is the kind of rumor that doesn't just dominate headlines. It paralyzes the league until an official announcement is made. Until then, the biggest question in sports remains, where will Stephen Curry play next? Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.